Here we go. Links. Yeah. Dang it. No, don't. Well, no. Channel. Game. Okay.
Hiya.
Hello.
Actually, I was in the middle of recording Skyrim when my Camtasia's like, hey, you're running out of room, so we're stopping the recording. Even though I did have more room, but I guess it was extra clever. And then I noticed, oh, hey, you're starting!
Yeah, it's that time when I do that thing.
I am not complaining. And yes, I have been enjoying Skyrim. I'm playing an Imperial who wants to make as much money as possible. I actually have a mod called Landlord where I can purchase, land and banking system where your treasures can boost your value and interest. I'm having fun with that.
Okay. What made you think to do another Skyrim thing?
Actually, it was after my Fallout 4 where I played on survival mode of One Life. Same thing with this one. This is my second character. The first one died to freaking Saints Bandit.
Okay then.
Yeah, remember that picture with the Saints and Seducers armor? Yeah, from that picture.
Alright.
I also made it a rule that, no, in combat, I am not allowed to chug a bunch of potions or eat a bunch of food if I'm in the middle of combat. If I can pull away and it reasonably makes sense to, like, I catch my breath, chug a couple of potions before getting back to the fight. Not yelling spells.
Okay.
So it is a bit difficult. Even if I am playing with playing a stealth archer, and I have the really good modded companions, Inigo and Lucian. If you ever get back into Skyrim, you have to download those. They are hilarious. Inigo, in general, he's been around so long, and what's cool is that the voice actor, they will record a bunch of lines for, that will make him acknowledge other mods. So, other mod companions will actually start talking to him, and they'll have actually good conversations. It really makes him feel like, well, he's a part of the whole world. Also, the Fly Man is asking, I'll go with the semi-Nuzlocke. Is it a Nuz or a lock?
Hi there, Fryman.
Tupac? Tupac Nuzlocke?
I'm not even sure how to think of that. I mean,
I don't know. I'm just
I don't think I can really comment on the John Locke thing because I'm one of those people who I understand the reference, but I never really actually paid that much attention to Lost when it was a thing.
Yeah, me neither. I just only know of him because that's what Nuzlocke comes from.
Mm-hmm.
It's the name of his Nuzleaf, which is supposed to be a reference to John Locke. That's it.
Mm-hmm. See, oh, I can go check that tree I sighted with honey.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it'll actually be a thing now. Because it's only been a couple days, and hopefully frickin' the honey hasn't gone yet. John Locke. John Locke sounds like a philosopher's name, yeah, though as I understand, like the challenge thing was derived from the Lost character, though maybe the Lost character's name was meant to be a reference to the philosopher.
Also possible. Oh, cool. I'm looking this up, but apparently Lucian, the follower, you actually have mechanics where you can actually teach him to be better. Like, he'll be like, hey, I've been traveling with you for a while. Do you think we have to be a badass?
Honey goes after 24 hours. Oh, jeez.
Lame.
I guess that's something I'll have to set up beforehand, then.
Yeah, that's a bit frustrating, but yeah, that sucks. Also, hey, Argle.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm
we
doing
just
the
found out
Pokemon thing.
Supposed to be after 24 hours.
Yeah. Ugh. You know, just gonna quickly say,
Yes.
you know what? Nah, I won't. I won't. I'll leave that for another time.
Are you talking about Final Fantasy 14 and some of your stresses?
Yeah, I was yeah, and you know what? I might as well say it. Just, I suppose, a potential spoiler warning in case you ever want to play it, but I guess, yeah, you don't really care.
Minded spoiler
Yeah.
warning because I've always been the kind of guy, even if I know the destination,
Yeah.
the is still fun.
So, replaying the weapon quest line with Melina made me realize something. That all, like, you know, ruby weapon, sapphire weapon, emerald weapon, and diamond weapon, they're all basically warframes.
Warframe! So,
You know, because
they're being puppeteered by something.
they are biomechanical weapons crafted with the souls of, well, I guess not really the souls in this case, it's more the combat data, but it's the combination of a biomechanical suit of armor slash weapon infused with the basically the personality and data of great warriors, and then given a human host to pilot. And of course,
Andrew, the thing I noticed, I'm not getting any frame drops on me, yet I'm uploading a video. You're talking to the guy who said, you know, Pokemon departed sleep at this tower. Now you're looking at verse 209. Am I about caught up?
You're a little bit behind by, like, I think maybe 10 seconds.
I mean, that's just normal for a Twitch thing. It's like, huh, I have not had a freeze or anything. Is my internet okay? Because when I got my new internet, I couldn't upload a video and watch you. Yet I am right now. Huh.
You know, maybe there's not as much load today.
Yeah. Also, from it,
Yeah.
you have to wait 6 hours to recheck. I thought it was 12 hours.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, that. I mean, that's nice that the frame is smaller than I thought.
I'm also certain that they don't disappear after 24 hours in this version because I've picked up berries that I've planted days ago.
No, I'm talking about the when honey gets slathered on the trees and tracks Pokemon.
Oh.
Also, when it comes to spoilers, sometimes me being spoiled helps.
Yeah.
Like, say, being spoiled about Game of Thrones.
Yeah. But yeah, let's just say that the Garleans are basically. Actually, I'm trying to think. Would the Garleans or the Alligans be the Orokin? Both of them are kind of dicks.
Yeah, I would say either it's a combination of the Asians and the Alligans are Oregon. Maybe Allegan especially because of they were the ones who left all the fun toys behind.
Yeah.
And they, like, all of their experimentation and monster creation and stuff kind of resulted in the various monster tribes.
Yeah. Gotta love that trope. The ancient civilization that's kind of the cause for all the problems in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, is there something important at the top of the tower?
Strength.
Strength?
No.
Yeah, the strength HM.
I'm pretty sure not in this one.
No,
It
it
could
is.
be.
I remember.
Oh.
Because I literally just did it.
Okay, fair enough. And remember, there are ghosties in here.
Yes. I can catch a
But
thing!
remember, giggle at the ghosties. Oh, how we did the Grand Underground work, he was allowed to pick and choose whatever Pokemon he wanted. But if he got hit by one before he found one he wanted, that counted.
And thankfully you had the
He
luck
found
of just
one he
running
wanted.
into a Ralts. Oh,
Yeah.
and I also gave myself a thing in the form of, I would resurrect the first fossil that I found.
Which, given that this is diamond version, there's only one fossil you're gonna find.
Yep.
Cranidos.
Yep.
And technically, it would have counted as your pet in Bird City because you can't catch anything over.
Yeah, that's kind of how I treated it.
Right. Usually people are cool with lots of Pokemon be like, yeah, when you have multiple fossils, you have to basically pick and choose. Do you choose Lord Helix, the Great Betrayer, or cool Aerodactyl?
You know,
Ran into a Ralts but teleported away. I was afraid that exact thing would happen to me when I ran into the Ralts that I did.
yeah. You know,
I was lucky when I caught Sakura my Abra.
I think one thing I've come to appreciate with 3D models of Pokemon is that Stunky is actually pretty cute.
It's, yeah, I could see it. It's kind of got an ugly cute.
I mean, its face is like, I know they're like, oh, it looks like a butt, but no, it's supposed to either sort of be like it's almost got like that bulldog kind of aesthetic, or as
Yeah,
someone
no, I
pointed
see.
out, I can't remember where I heard it, but it's like it's got the cat face kind of aesthetic, you know, the big puffy
Yeah.
cheeks that
Yeah.
some cats.
Although for me, I never saw a butt. I saw a
Yeah.
ball sack.
Oh god. But you know what, for me, I had kind of a similar
It does look like it's...
I had a similar situation when we first got 3D models, kind of like, I mean, I guess it wasn't the first time we had 3D models of it. Okay, when I first ran into Absol in X and Y, you know, beforehand I just thought of Absol as just looking cool, but when I saw it in 3D, it's like, oh, it's cute. I want to pet it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I love how with the Curlium model and the way she's just tiptoeing, it's like trying to sneak in place.
See, you're going to name it Roll 34 because he once made the mistake of googling God of War fan art.
What do you?
What do you mean mistake?
No. You make the mistake of saying, typing anything and inflation without the parentheses mechanic.
I mean, okay, that's the thing. Is like inflation is almost well known. I think enough that it's like you put that in, that's guaranteed to be porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you sleep well last night, Argo?
Yeah. I mean, again, except for that moment of waking up briefly to go to the toilet, but you know, that's when I saw that.
That is the worst, because you
Yeah.
have to, like, you got to be awake enough to actually get there and not make a mess or anything, but you can't be too awake or else you can't get back to sleep.
Well, it was a case of like I needed to go, but I didn't want to get out of bed. I was too comfortable, so I just sat down like, oh, look at my phone for a bit, and that's when I saw
Yeah.
the stuff on Discord.
Oh, you know, that just reminds me. Remember that Simpsons episode when Homer decided, you know, I'm not going to church anymore? And he's like in bed. He's like, I am a warm, comfy cinnamon bun. I never want to get out of this bed ever. Uh-oh. I gotta take a whiz. Okay, think. Think. Ah, damn it. Like, that is the worst choice. You get comfortable,
Oh.
you're in bed.
It's a Zubat.
Have you got a Zubat before?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Of
rarity
all-
from the rabbit patch.
Yeah, Mount
Of
Coronet.
all the Pokemon, of all the ghost types you could have caught in here, which I think there's only really two, which is Ghastly and Mischievous, you end up running into the bat.
Yeah.
You know, bats are basically the birds of caves.
Yeah. And to be honest, Crobat is actually a good Pokemon.
Well, yeah, but still.
Yeah. Early on, it's like, ugh, Zubat. Now it's like, huh, Zubat, I can actually use this.
Still, the game is just intent on giving you all the burbs.
Yeah, it's like, I don't
that
need
is
any
true.
more flying types. Okay, you know what? Your name is Cave Burb. I know I didn't catch you in a cave, but you're still a cave burb.
Oh, you wanted to name it Stoker, like I presume Bram Stoker.
Yeah. You know, maybe if I run into another Zubat, that'll happen, which, let's be honest, there's a high chance that'll happen.
Yeah, it's more of a statistic, which is more unlikely. Finding a shiny or not running into a Zubat in a normal playthrough.
Yeah, it depends, because if you're playing black and white, you're not going to run into a Zubat. So
So it has to be a game that Zubat is in.
I'm didn't like Black and White have like a Zubat equivalent? Woobat, right? You know what? I actually like Woobat. Woobat's pretty cute.
Yeah.
It's a little derpy to me, but I'm like, oh, I can't hate it.
And the fact that it's psychic type really helps.
Yeah.
Hi, Ghastly. You sure decided to come now.
Yeah. It's not my favorite, but it's good.
Actually, does Woobat start with the psychic type, or does it get the psychic type when it becomes Swoobat?
No, I think
I
it starts and then. Yeah.
forget. Well, dang, that was more intense than I expected.
Is this? Yeah, this is the guy that. Yeah.
This is one of the best NPCs.
Yeah, good old Kirby.
It's right up there. He's like right up there with like youngster Joey and his top tier Rattata.
Mm.
Top percentage Rattata.
I just love it when you have like, a trainer class that goes against the grain. Like, it's like.
Look at this. Like you. Okay, this is right up there with the Team Plasma, or not Team Plasma, Team Skull leader trying to make friends with one of the most cowardly Pokemon. You're like, look, we gotta do this. You gotta be tough.
But it's like, I mean, I know it's usually in like the post-game sort of battle tower stuff, but still, the idea of like a preschooler with a team of Ubers or
Yeah.
like pseudo legendaries.
And there is something endearing to the just him having the little pink poofer.
One of these days, I would absolutely love to see they do a thing where it's like you have a Hex Maniac who has all fairy types, and then you have a Fairy Tail girl that's got all ghost types.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that would work no matter what, because honestly, I don't know which is creepier, the Hex Maniac or the Fairy Tail girl. Because with the Hex Maniac, I mean, she's got the creepy yandere look. So does the Fairy Tail girl, but given what I know about Fae, I think I'm more terrified of Fae than spirits. If I'm being honest. Because at least with spirits, they're usually just departed dead who have no idea that they're dead and they're sort of lashing out. Fae, they intentionally fuck with you.
Well, it's like if I recall in X and Y in the Battle Tower, there is a Fairy Tail girl who, when you actually, it might not even be in the Battle Tower, it might just be one of the random Fairy Tail girls, but it's like her dialogue at the start of combat is, well, at the start of the battle is basically like I think it hints at that she is much older than she appears.
Yeah, I think that was like one of the NPCs along the road. I remember running into that. Yeah, that was one of those things that where it's like that was kind of interesting because it officially upgraded them from okay, they're little girls with a motif to there's some kind of fairy bullshit going on with these girls.
Yeah. Yeah, a youngster with good Pokemon.
Yeah. Uh,
there is a theory that I've heard that like people that have dedicated themselves to being fairy trainers all have they all get affected by Fey magic and their eyes change, which is like you notice it with the Fairy Tail girls, you notice it with Valerie.
oh yeah, they got that
But
like their eyes just become that solid color.
yeah.
Yeah. Again, while the Hex Maniacs are kind of creepy, the Fairy Girls I think are creepier because, yeah.
But like, it's one of those theories as to why in Sun and Moon you have this character who is he's got the color scheme of like a fairy trainer, and yet he's a normal trainer. But he's also like, the theory is that he's very flamboyant, that he's possibly gay, and they're like, no, we don't want to give him fairy types because that might be seen as too
On the nose.
yeah.
Not to mention because, yeah, negative connotations and... No, I get it. You know, in Pokemon, the last thing they want to do is create any negative connotations. They're jinx.
But yeah, then you have the one that is the fairy trainer, who is a painter. You'd think that her partner Pokemon would be a freaking bloody blanking on his name at the moment. The painting Pokemon, freaking
Smeargle?
Smeargle.
yeah, Smeargle. But she ends up being a fairy trainer.
Also, yes. Bless them fishermen who challenge you with nothing but Magikarp.
Oh, I think it might even be more effective if you just throw the Magikarp at the opposing Pokemon.
I mean, I would say just...
I feel like you might actually win if you do that.
I would say just thank goodness for them for being basically pinatas of EXP.
Yeah. No, that's Blissey.
Yeah, Blissey and Adino, those are the... They should just be renamed the Pinata Pokemon.
It is one of those things back in the day of secret bases. People would make secret bases and have like all their team being level 100 Blissies as a way to help people power level.
Yeah.
Which...
I think they even go above and beyond by making sure that the Blissies can't do anything, or if they can, not much.
The thing is, though, all I can think of, because it's Blissey, is that would just be the most torturous thing of waiting for the HP bar to go down.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, there is a reason why Gen 4 is hated by speedrunners.
Yeah. See, that was actually one of the reasons why Gen 4 was honestly one of my least favorite of the Pokemon. Because everything about it was slow. The animation was slow, the bar was slow, and you know, it just felt way too slow for me. And as someone with ADHD, that could be a problem sometimes.
Golem? Why would you call your Smeagol Golem?
Good.
No, because the Smeagol. Of course.
Yeah.
You. Shut up and take my thumbs up.
It took a moment, but we got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just r/shut up and take my up vote. Where you are so angry at a post, but you 100% have to upvote
Yeah,
it.
it's that Sir Grapho comic, the angry upvote.
Yeah, that's it. Now, I've seen his work because he did a RimWorld comic, and that's how a lot of the RimWorld community found out about him. But yeah, he does some pretty good other stuff. Also,
Yeah.
you like Tolkien. You got good taste. Tolkien is awesome. You know, I feel like it might be disrespectful to battle in a freaking graveyard. Should this be like holy ground? Like, shouldn't there be like a Highlander clause here? Like, no battling on holy ground?
But then,
Nah.
What about all those sweet, sweet ghost Pokemon?
You know, the world of Pokemon, this is the world where you could have a holy sermon going on at a church, and then some punk 10-year-old come and be like, I challenge you to a battle! The priest will have to accept.
God, I'm just thinking of some Pokemon Ghost, and it's like, you know, there's something I regret, and there's only one thing that would let me find some peace. The thing I always wanted was to just see a battle to the death before my very eyes. Would you deny me my last request?
Not gonna lie, I knew that was the way you were going, but I also immediately thought of the ghost suddenly requesting more cowbell.
Well, you gotta have a cowbell. I've got a fever. It can only be quenched with some cowbell. You know, I am actually really disappointed that Don Zalug did not show up more in GX. Like, 'cause at the end of the episode, he and his crew were like hanging out with Chaz and the Ojamas, and there were also a bunch of other dual spirits from like the well.
Yeah.
You know, where people just throw their bad cards in.
He probably got rid of them all when he went crazy and became a cultist.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy time.
You ever have a cockfight on Grandma's group?
Oh my god!
Grandma always did love a good Pokemon fight.
Yeah, I want to see this in the anime. This is where it's like, as you said, it's like, yeah, this might not be a like at a funeral or anything like that, but it's like you have a wedding, the bride and groom. It's like, you know, at the point where it's like you may now kiss the bride, but instead it's like you may now battle the bride, and they have a freaking Pokemon battle to tie the knot.
No, that's like your first dance. That's like the first dance. Although for me, if for some reason, somehow, someone like beat all the odds and I get married, the first dance is instead gonna be a lightsaber duel. Just straight up, we pull out the lightsabers. Oh no! Hey,
I mean, assuming you'd find someone that is as nerdy as you and would want a frickin'.
That is why I say beat the odds. As if I'm gonna. At this point, I pretty much accepted the fact that my seed will never continue, so I'll just be an uncle. I'll just be that cool uncle that, you know, slips $20 bills into the kids' hands when mom and dad ain't looking. I'll probably model myself after Grunkle Stan and Ida.
I don't think you have the balls to commit crime.
Nor do I have the ability to chew my way out of a trunk.
And also, I'm guessing you...
Oh, you think you have problems? I had to chew my way out of a trunk!
I'm guessing you also lack the capacity to store whole items in your hair.
That too.
Yeah, going back, talking about Token, I'm not really a fan of him. He's, like, I get it, it's because of, maybe it's, you know, the era that he wrote, but the books are way too verbose. They're probably half as long as they need to be because of just the unneeded verbiage.
Well, I think that's also one of those things that's kind of a sign of the times.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta remember, when you think about it, that is something that was made at kind of like the start of the 20th century. Or not necessarily the start, but yeah.
Actually, it was like the 40s, I think.
Originally told us
Yeah, because I guess that was post-World War. But yeah, like, point is, like, tastes and thoughts for how things work will change over time, because it's like, when I think about it now, like, science fiction that was in, like, the 40s and 50s has a very different feel compared to modern science fiction, for example.
True.
Yeah. That in the 70s, too. Like,
Yeah.
the 40s and 50s were like, you know, they were really optimistic about the future. It was like the new frontier, a new Wild West of us exploring and finding out new things. The 70s was like, yeah, no, the future's just gonna suck. Everything is gonna be controlled by corporations, and your life is pretty much meaningless. And that's when we point to a picture of Jeff Bezos, and we're walking.
You
And-
know,
I'm just going to say, Fryman, with your thing about when you're married, you want to propose with the one ring. As a nerd, I'm sure that would be super cool and awesome to have. Symbolically, though, the idea of giving someone the one ring as proposal seems like, in the context of the books where it was used to control people, it is kind of low-key fucked up. Like, I know a nerd would love to receive that as wedding ring. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. A normal nerd would love it. An uber nerd would be horrified.
But also love it.
Yeah, that too.
I just had an idea, right? Like, imagine the voice actor for Orion J reading Lord of the Rings. Orion J. How do you?
Urianger. It's kind of
Urianger,
French, kind of, with how they
Yeah.
pronounce it. But yeah, like, oh my god, I could listen to that dude read the frickin' phone book.
I don't know who that is.
You would ask her to be your precious... that is kind of cute.
Sorry, I don't know who that is, or if I do...
He is the surprisingly sexy nerd from Final Fantasy 14.
He is incredibly verbose.
Yeah.
And god damn, he gets super hot when he gets his job change.
Yeah.
See no more.
He likes to speak with that very sort of archaic kind of
That kind of
language.
Shakespearean kind of, you prithee tell me that this is...
See no more. By the way, have you guys finally watched the trailer for the new Sonic movie?
Yes.
Yes.
I absolutely love that scene with Knuckles. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna get my power. Boom! Does it look like I need your power?
And you could tell that they've decided to make Knuckles accurate because he doesn't chuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's something else. This is actually the exact plot
Yeah.
to when Knuckles was first introduced.
Yeah. Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic and Tails 3, or Sonic.
Sonic and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic and Knuckles, featuring Dante
Yeah.
from Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the fact that they are, in fact, adapting the plot and actually making it fit with this new Sonic. Like, bravo!
It's like, it is astounding just how much, like, how well it's amazing how well the first one worked and how good the second one is looking. It's like, wow, they actually give a shit. And it
Yeah.
kind of makes for a cool movie.
Yeah, like, first time I saw the Sonic trailer, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, and it's gonna be, like, so bad it's good, you know, for the Jim Carrey scenes. And then I'm like, oh, that was surprisingly good, and a good interpretation of the Sonic character. Now for the sequel. Oh yeah, they get it.
Yeah. Like, it is even still a thing of, like, I still wonder if, like, was that very, very, very first, like, trailer we saw with the horrible CGI, like, secretly okay, we're gonna make it shitty so that people really kind of appreciate the effort that goes into it. Because
Yeah,
wow,
it really
Telling you, that
it
was my conspiracy theory. That was the entire plan. They put out the shit-fest CGI and the date. They knew people would meme on it, or at least make fun of it, and they'll spread the word around. And then they swoop in and be like, you know what? We heard all your feedback. We're going to go back and fix it. We're going to move the date further away. And that way they generate more buzz. They sound like they're the good guys. And more people are going to show up.
yeah.
Like,
And
well, a bit insidious. It also makes sense. It's like they know their audience better.
yeah.
And the Sonic and this whole Sonic 2 trailer kind of proves that yes, they understand the Sonic, the lore, like the original lore, what little there is, and actually get the audience. So, I mean, hell, they got the current voice actress for Tails to reprise her role, so. I mean,
So, on a slightly related note, there is a trailer for a new Sonic game that
oh yeah,
actually looks like it might be decent because it actually is a combination that works for Sonic. One of the biggest problems that a lot of Sonic games have is the bad level design that does not allow the speedy gameplay. So what are they doing? Open world.
like that was always a
You
thing I
know,
thought would be pretty cool.
I'm actually surprised they never tried to do open world Sonic for so long.
Yeah, there's a fan-made game which is basically a 3D recreation of Sonic 1 that makes these big, vast, open maps. And it's fun because you get to run around at high speed, being Sonic while exploring.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I know for me that's kind of a thing that has kind of held me back from putting in more of a thing to it, where it's like the first few levels of like Green Hill Zone were pretty fun, and you can run around and yeah, there's obstacles here and there, but it was pretty cool. But then it's like as soon as you got to that kind of temple looking place, it kind of just turned into any other platformer.
Yeah.
Not just any other platform, a mediocre platformer.
Yeah. And it's like, and I know there's people who say that Sonic 2 is better, but
Honestly,
maybe.
yeah. Sonic in general, even the creators of Sonic couldn't get it. Like, they get it sometimes, but it's like, that's what we want. We just want high speed. We want to go fast, fast, fast.
Yeah, I think the reason why I've never really gotten to the 2D Sonics is because it's like I've never understood people like, oh, it's because it's so fast. I'm like, yeah, you run for about 3 seconds and then you get stopped by a wall and you have to do very floaty platforming.
Yeah, and even Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle has that problem. They do a good job on a lot of Sonic levels, but then you move to the other ones. At least the other characters feel different enough, so it's like, it's kind of neat. But again, still a lot of problems.
I'm gonna call.
The story is butt fucking insane.
I'm gonna call BS on this little bit of dialogue here.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some porn on the internet of that.
I mean, it's one of those reasons why you have the people be like, oh, we don't know how, but your Pokemon was holding an egg. And
I know it's like maybe for a 10-year-old, though. If you're like 18, it's like, yeah, it laid an egg.
Again,
want to copy the film or will not.
the prevailing theory is that like the reason why Pokemon lay eggs is because it's basically the egg itself is just basically containing the infinity energy that holds the data. And that's why when an egg hatches, it also has the same sort of evolution glow. Because the Pokemon isn't formed inside the egg. It forms as the egg cracks. So it's just... It's one of those things where they're like, yeah, people haven't really seen a Pokemon lay an egg, because what if the egg itself also just sort of forms from this infinity energy?
Which is why I think it actually that kind of thing fits for what I thought of having for Zedaron having his daughter. It's like there's nothing that happened. Him and Darkness just cuddled for a little bit, and then an egg appeared, brought by a Delibird.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite literally, a Delibird just like showed up, pulled out a sack, and was like, "Yeah, here you go. You want to sign for this delivery? Okay." Or better yet, the Delibird just appears on the wall. It's like, "Hey kids, you wanna get a baby?" Like freaking out,
Oh man, for whatever reason.
What was that?
Just myself thinking about like, wow, the way they've arranged this with how you like got to do the ledge leaping to get to these other houses.
Yeah, you gotta go all the way to the top and then go back down. That's like... You'd think it's like, hey, guys, why don't you just like, build some stairs or some step ladders?
Yeah, because like I get that's supposed to represent how it's a rural area, but you think they could get some logs up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh right, there's unknown ruins here.
Yeah. Which, actually, I don't think you encounter any unknown in those ones. So I went through there and I never encountered anything.
Well, let's take a look. Salacion ruins. Oh, wait, there's a thing up there. Top right. Lower left. Top right. Top left. Top left. I'm gonna have to write this down. Because, yeah, I could have sworn I remember running into some for an actual thing. Back when I played Diamond, but who knows? That may be a thing that's changed. Okay, so... Top right. Lower left.
I know there's like there's another ruins where you catch unknown and you have to catch all of the letters before the ruins expand, and you can then get the question mark and exclamation mark.
Oh yeah, I remember those being a difficult thing. So top right. Okay, leads down here, and hi. There's something really weird about these ruins. That's why I like coming here, but then again, come to my house later. I'll give you a ball capsule so you can place stickers on it. Okay. Lower left.
Oh, actually, yes. I believe that's how you get the letter stickers. You get letter stickers for catching each unknown.
Ah. So you can put fuck on your Pokeball.
I think at least... I think I read that somewhere. I haven't done it myself.
All
I mean,
right.
it sounds like it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, any big Christmas plans from everyone?
No.
Might be doing a one shot my Pathfinder 2 group, but that's about it.
How the group saved Christmas. Did I say save? I mean destroyed Christmas.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and not a sound could be heard, not even a mouse. I roll perception to see if there's a mouse. I mean,
Word.
So yeah, the clicking of dice and the. So
And the grumbling of Fred. Because now they all knew that with that perception, they're dead. I don't know, just making it up. I actually, for my, for that person who I do script writing for, I actually wrote an entire parody of The Night Before Christmas based in RimWorld. We're still animating it. We even got a bigger YouTuber to voice Santa in that one. And by Santa, I mean the one asshole who's trying to rob us. Because, welcome to RimWorld.
you know, I would say, though, if there's anything I think would make for a very interesting Christmas campaign story, one-shot, two-shot, whatever type thing, is people getting wrapped up in a thing all about pulling a Christmas Carol. Showing a dude his past, present, and future, and you gotta have, like, players filling out the role of the different ghosts of whatever time period.
I could imagine it as being basically this powerful wizard that's like, okay, so there's this friend of mine. He doesn't have the Christmas spirit, so I'm gonna send you into the past.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna, yeah.
Actually, point a lich being Ebenezer Scrooge would actually make me laugh.
What kind of adventure are you? Let's see, okay, so I think top right was the next one.
You know, there is something that does kind of disappoint me is that one of the Creation Club things for Skyrim is that there's like, they have their own version of like Christmas, it's like Santiala or something like that. But all it is a trader that gives you a slightly festive outfit and a caribou mount. No story or quest or anything. You don't even get to save Christmas or whatever. Like, come on. How cool would it be to be the Dragonborn and you save Christmas?
Friendship. All lives.
One of the earlier Creation Club things. Oh. Friendship, all
lives touch other lives to create something anew and alive.
I have trouble reading these.
Yeah.
And I think I spent so much time dorking around as a kid with writing out unknown stuff, I could kind of read it somewhat.
You know, reminder, the guy who, Nitro Rat isn't his name, it's the name of a show, but, he, obsessed over the Bionicle language and could read it.
Buddy, when I was younger, buddy, I memorized the Albed language a fair bit, and it would use that because okay, it's not a language, it's a cipher, but
still, point is,
Still works.
yeah.
The power of defeated giants infuses this plate.
The power of giants compel you.
Man, I feel weird for not remembering some of this stuff from these plates, because feels like it makes sense. That, like, it's lore junk, and I'm a fucking Pokemon nerd. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those reasons why a lot of people think that. Well, a lot of people thought there was going to be Gigantamax stuff in these remakes, because the whole idea of giants, it's like, oh, what perfect way to then have like introduce a Gigantamax version of the mascot legendaries.
Nope.
Just like how Ruby and Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire had the primal versions of the mascots.
You see, and that would have been very cool. Except they just kind of did a remake with these ones, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let's see, okay, so you know that's weird. I could have sworn that maybe there was a thing that would have been at the bottom of that thing that awakened the unknown, but I guess not. Huh. Yeah, might as well get a bunch of dusk balls.
Damn, I haven't actually been to the firmament much. It's all fancied up. The Sky Riot celebration. Okay, what the fuck's that?
Oh right, the Final Fantasy XIV Christmas analog. Right?
That's Starlight celebration.
Ah. Well, what are you doing then?
I don't know, because it's only in the firmament, so, which is, you know, the Ishgard recreation place. I think it might be just a thing for like, oh look, the firmament has been finally restored, and it's been going since May by the looks of it. Let's see.
Let's see, Route 210. We haven't been to Route 210. We could do a thing.
We can do a capture.
Okay. Well. First, let's take a look at these berries. I am somewhat excited to take a step into this grass, but in my heart, I fear it's going to be another freaking bird.
I won't say a thing.
You will.
I will not.
Alright. Throw down a pineapple berry.
Fine, then I will. I think.
And now for the moment of truth. I'm closing my eyes. Okay, that's different.
It's a deal whoop.
Yeah. Who has the best Pokemon cry of all time?
I don't
Really
know.
does.
Jinx is pretty high up there.
God.
That is true.
Actually, no. You're forgetting. How could it be the best cry when we have Evoy?
Okay, unironically though, I fucking love Eevee's Yavoy.
I mean, yeah.
Eevee,
Eevee,
loud screaming.
Eevee is adorable.
Yes. And a frickin' God, being able to cuddle at Eevee would just be the best thing in the world.
They would definitely be trained to be what's the term for an animal that helps you if you have a
Therapy
condition?
animal?
Therapy animal. That's the word.
That's just, man, I'm thinking of like all of the examples I've seen from the anime of like just Eevee, where it's like, oh, Eevee will just do this little tackle hug into a person. It's just, oh, you fluffy little just Flooferson. It's like,
But if you had the choice of hugging up to an Eevee or a Wooloo, which one would it be?
Wooloo.
it would be very hard, but I would have to say Eevee. Because I feel like with Eevee, it has a bit more of a chance to love you back, whereas with Wooloo, that's just kind of a, you're just hugging the poof ball. But man, hugging a Wooloo does sound like it would be fantastic.
God. Now, the best option would be putting the Eevee on top of the Wooloo.
Just winds up getting stuck in that wool.
Yeah. Or, Gigantamax Eevee and just lose yourself in its floof.
Yeah.
I really think that's probably one of the biggest reasons why Pokemon kind of stands above Digimon, because you can't really look at many Digimon and be like, yes, that's cute.
I mean, there are plenty of cute Digimon, but yeah, like, I think that's kind of something that's in the bit of the DNA of the series, as it were. Because, like, I think Digimon has always been a bit more, not necessarily ugly, but a bit more rough in terms of its design. Because it's like, I mean, I would say, oh man, you can have the one Digimon that looks like literal shit, but then we also have the Pokemon that is literal garbage, so... yeah.
That is true.
Okay, maybe now he'll own the ball. Ah, okay. Alright. Now we need a name for Cricketune.
The artist formerly known as Prince. Too many letters.
I'm gonna call it Doodly Whoop unless someone else thinks of something better. Doodly Whoop it is. That wound up being a significantly more difficult to catch than I thought it would. Because I guess I usually think of like Kricketot and Cricketune, they're like pretty early bug types for you to run into, so it's like those are usually like more common, easy thing. Guess not. I think I'll give Big Brain time. Like, I've expected him to get a rock type move by now, but he just has not. You might as well replace Scary Face. See if you want to fight, which you do. Oh, I wonder if Fargo lost his internet connection.
Might be.
Now I'm going to punch this monkey.
That.
Feel free to put that in. I am glad that at least for some of the stuff that they have included, they did include the thing of like the Pokemon get more attached and friendly to you, so they include some of that dialogue in battle, like, oh yeah, they look back at you with determined eyes, or stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that is.
I insulted Digimon and they disconnected me from the internet.
Well, they are fictional monsters. You know, you're lucky that they disconnected from the internet. What if Pokemon, what you
What was that literally the last thing you heard me say was that Digimon aren't as cute?
I do believe that was the last thing, yes.
Yeah.
You must now pay penance by commissioning some art of Renamon.
No. I'm not a fan of Renamon.
Heresy.
See, for me, it's either Angie Woman or what is Renamon's evolution? Sakyamon?
I think so.
Well, Renamon will evolve into Talmon, and then, you know, like Yubimon, then Talmon, then Yubimon.
Yeah.
But for that one is actually that DNA thing.
Yeah.
Technically, so, you know, that's
Right, I completely forgot that Renamon is actually a rookie.
I know, right?
And Gatomon is a champion!
Yep, even though she's basically a rookie once she switches sides.
Yeah.
I know, right? Gatomon is supposed to be a champion. It's like, wait, what? How the hell should she keep that form when like everyone else is like, oh, I can only be champion for like 5 minutes and we're going to go and...
I mean, that's kind of one of those things you can put up to, oh, because they were Digivolved with a Digivice, it doesn't last, or whatever.
Yeah.
Twins.
Actually, when I was younger, my favorite was of like the original cast was Lilymon.
I mean, it's
She-
definitely an interesting illusion where you go from plant monster to a giant cactus to this little flower fairy.
It was pretty designed.
Yeah. I'll have to reload or re-queue for Final Fantasy.
Have a fun next hour, Arkle.
Oh!
Oh, did it hold your...
47!
Oh, wow, that's actually pretty good.
It might maybe they do have a thing where it detects a disconnect and sort of gives you a express pass. I'm gonna make myself some toast.
Toast is good.
Peanut butter and banana slices.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that works.
Like, I've accepted that some people put peanut butter on toast. It's the banana slices that made me go, wait, why?
I mean, that's one is just an open-faced peanut butter and banana sandwich.
I mean, I kind of get it to a degree, because, I mean, like, it's bread, and banana can go on bread. It's just... It's weird to me.
Well, he's not.
I mean...
They're pretty much backwards down there,
No,
remember?
that's not... See, this is one of those... This is one of those weird things that I don't get. What like, okay, I kinda get it, but it's like, what, you peanuts and banana go together, they've been paired together on countless occasions, and then yet when I say, oh, I'm having a peanut and banana sandwich, they're like, what?
Like, okay, I think for me it's part of, like, okay, when I think of stuff that goes on toast, it's like, okay, butter, maybe cinnamon and sugar, or like jelly, like, you know, strawberry or blackberry, you know, various kinds of berry fruits I think of as going, as what goes on toast. It's like the banana just winds up being kind of weird for me, because I don't think of banana on toast. It's like, okay, you know what, I'll say this. It's a fruit, it's a sweet fruit, I can understand how that goes on toast. The Brits with putting beans on toast.
Australians? Man, now you're making me want baked beans on toast. We don't have any baked beans.
You are disgusting. You fucking beans on toast.
You gotta remember, American baked beans are sugary and sweet compared to Australian and UK baked beans that are savory.
Well, the thing is, that almost kind of makes it worse, because I can, like again, I understand sweet things on toast, but it's like...
Your bread also tends to be sweeter.
we are hooked on the sugar. I will not deny that. God, I'm reminded of that thing of, you know, we are a people divided by a common language. We are a people divided by toast.
Yeah. Yeah, there can never truly be peace as long as there are people that believe that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza.
Pineapple? Okay, you know what? Pineapple can go on pizza. It's those weirdos who put kiwis on pizza.
I've never heard of that one.
No, you'll be surprised. Oh, and then there's those weirdos who put strawberries on it.
I mean, for dessert pizza, yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, on a dessert pizza, but like when you're putting it on like frickin' mozzarella cheese and marinara sauce, that is weird.
Yeah, now, you're here to start a fight.
Some people just want to see the world burn.
Yeah, but I personally do not understand pineapple on pizza, but it's like, you know what? You weirdos can have your pineapple on your pizza as long as I don't gotta eat any. But just make sure that, like, if nothing else, just make sure there's a nice boring pepperoni pizza, and I'll have fun with that.
If you tried it, you'd probably like it.
Maybe.
I mean, you've had what? You've had ice cream with bacon in it.
No, I haven't.
I have, and it is delicious. Oh no, or was it ice cream? I remember having bacon in cheesecake, and that was delicious.
Ah!
It is awesome, my dude! Don't knock it till you try it!
You know what? I can't because then that goes against exactly what I was about to say to you. So I have to agree with you on that. Cheesecake is like one of the greatest things, and that just sounds like unholy.
And bacon is one of the greatest things, and when you put them together, it is an experience.
Yeah, my diarrhea. You want classified diarrhea? Because that's how you get classified.
Man, I don't remember having any dietary problems after that.
Yeah, unless the cheesecake itself was off or the meat was bad.
And it's like a case of like, yo, yeah, sure, if something's underprepared, it'll be bad, but like, there's lots of stuff that can go together pretty well.
My favorite cheesecake is a chocolate cheesecake with a basically a chocolate biscuit base.
That does sound pretty tasty. Also, this is a bad type matchup. Why did I do that? You know, it's a funny thing for me though, because like I have had some chocolate varieties of cheesecake and they are pretty good, but it's a funny thing. Chocolate and cheesecake, they're good, but they're usually not one of my more favorite varieties of cheesecake. Like, I think for me, the types of cheesecake I've really appreciated the most were ones that were like, it was a plain cheesecake, but it has like the strawberry stuff on top of it. I think those have always been the best for me.
Yeah, I can see that. But the biggest problem I have with a lot of cheesecake is the base. Like, that base can really ruin a cheesecake. I hate, like, I'm not a big fan of shortbread, so shortbread bases tend to ruin it for me.
I mean, for me, how it's always been, it's like, you know, of course, the best thing you can do is frickin' graham cracker. Because you got that nice kind of crumbly bottom going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
And there's some that I think, like, I don't know for sure, but I think one of the things that I think was pretty good about some of them is if it's like, if the base has like just a little bit of a cinnamon flavor to it. Like, not enough to overpower the general cheesecake taste, but just enough that it's like, oh, while you're getting this cheesecake, you get just a little something extra with it.
Yeah, that does sound good. Yeah, it's funny, when I was younger, I used to absolutely love mud cake, and it's like, I still like mud cake, but nowadays it's like, and it's one of those things where, you know, your taste buds do actually change, and your adult taste buds aren't as, adapt for super rich and sweet stuff, so nowadays mud cake's just like, yeah, I have to have the smaller piece, otherwise that's just too much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just while the side duck are standing firm, they aren't inclined to move at all. And that's it. There's no further elaboration, it's just... they're just there. Staring at you. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing, that's what.
Yeah, again, Pokemon has had its history of just nonsensical roadblocks. Like this one, it's like, okay, you can have some people be like, oh, you don't want to disturb them. It's like, but they're Psyducks. They've always got headaches.
Yeah, but do you really want to exacerbate an entire group who will release a powerful psychic blast that might tear you atom by atom. Just a thought.
Just you know, carefully walk past them.
I mean, if she really wants to battle, she can't, like... Also, wow, she's carrying her balls on a plate. Alright.
It's like there's another roadblock that you get pretty much right after this one, and it's the whole there was a blackout, so we can't let you pass. It's like, especially for me when it's the middle of the day.
Somehow got past.
Yeah, but it's like it's the middle of the day. I'm like, okay, if there's a blackout, okay, yeah, there's construction, but it's like you don't need to close off the entire road for construction.
Well, that kind of reminds me of how they did that in X and Y. It's like, oh yeah, sorry, you can't go to this part of the city. There's a blackout going on. But it's like, because of the camera angle, you can just see NPCs coming and going from the area.
Yeah. Why you like this Pokemon? Actually, those bananas aren't looking as ripe as I like them. Oh. Let's use jam instead. Good old strawberry jam.
Strawberries are nice. Alright, let's break this not a tree.
Yeah, when it comes to bananas, I hate it when bananas are too yellow.
Too yellow?
You gotta get them when they're you gotta get them when they're starting to brown.
Ah. And I think that kind of depends on what you want the bananas for, but yeah.
Sure. Cause yeah, it's one of those strange facts that a lot of people don't realize. As it gets more of those brown splotches on it, it actually just means it's releasing more. Well, the starch is turning more to sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running out of strawberry jam. I know what I'm buying this week.
Holy jeez, this dude has a bunch of pseudo widow.
I can't remember who it was I was talking to recently, or But they didn't quite realize until, well, pretty much I was talking to them that they're like, oh, I get Pseudo-Wudo's name now. I'm like, are you serious?
I mean, in all fairness, I know there's been plenty of cases where, like, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but it's like, oh, I've known this Pokemon's name for freaking years and I didn't realize what the pun was.
Yeah. People just be like that.
It's still crazy to me that, like, they didn't try and come up with an English name for Pikachu.
Yeah, it's weird. It's one of those where you almost get the feeling they knew the whole Japanese stuff is cool craze was going to be a thing, and they just stuck with it. Because you'd think they would have, I don't know, Zap Mouse or whatever.
Because it's like, yeah. Because it's like, it's hard to even think of how you would translate Pikachu into English based on its naming convention, because, you know, Pika Pika is the sound of electricity, well, the onomatopoeia for electricity in Japan, and of course Chew is the onomatopoeia for a mouse squeak.
God, I'm just thinking of the freaking alternate universe version of that just suddenly crossing over. Hey, my name's Zap Squeak. You know, I'm a real popular character. All the kids love me.
But yeah, ever since Pikachu, it's the reason why the Pika clones have always kept their untranslated names.
I'm trying to think, when is Legends Arceus supposed to be coming out?
Was it January or February? I think it was Feb. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, but you know, in case you've probably already seen it. But have you seen the new Hisuian form?
Yeah, it was all over frickin' YouTube.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Somehow.
I know, right? I'm as surprised as you are.
It's like, it's been a similar thing with trying to avoid spoilers for Endwalker. It's like, my god, people, hold back your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I have completely avoided, like, all freaking... I've been lucky. The only one that's kind of had a slight spoiler, and that was Pro Jared, who did, like, I think he just named the actual first dungeon, which is, like, okay, that's not really a spoiler. But yeah, I don't go onto the Final Fantasy subreddit while there is a launch. Yeah, gotta say. Oh yeah, 28th of January is when it releases.
So that's dang pretty quick.
Yeah.
I knew it was kind of coming on in the earlier part of 2022, but I didn't think it was that quick. Okay, well that'll be... Well, that's something to look forward to almost right away then, I think.
Yeah. And let's see, Elden Ring. Elden Ring is 25th of February. Okay, good. So I don't have to worry about trying to play both at the same time. I've got a month to complete Legends Arceus before Elden Ring.
Okay, question. What the heck is Elden Ring?
It's the new game from FromSoft. It's basically their next Dark Souls style game.
Oh, okay.
And it's in an open world setting this time.
I said, say no more.
No more. Quoth the Braven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beat me
bro.
to it.
Right, I forget Mr. Mime became part fairy after that became a thing.
Out of all the Pokemon, it should have been part fairy. Why did it have to be the gay clown? Wait, you know
What?
what? I just can't.
I'm not sure where you get gay clown from.
No, I'm referencing Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge.
Right. But yeah, I just realized you have not had the pleasure of encountering Mr. Ryan, have you?
I don't think so.
Because yes, Mr. Mime got an evolution.
All I remember was the Galarian Mr. Mime.
Mm-hmm.
There was more.
Mm-hmm. The best way to describe Mr. Rhyme is think that sort of like that bowler hat, sort of almost Charlie Chaplin like, you know, and not really Charlie Chaplin, but yeah, bowler hat, a cane, you know, that sort of comically stylized British person. And it has a clown face for its belly.
That sounds horrifying.
It is.
And now for something wonderful. Our wonderful Filk has evolved into a Gardevoir.
Yay!
Yay!
Let's,
yeah.
let's learn Dazzling Gleam.
Weather Wars. Hell yeah. Actually, no. Hell sucks.
Now then, let's see what Gardevoir is like walking alongside us.
Graceful. Elegant.
Indeed. I mean, at the same time, though, I just gotta say, these proportions between these two models.
Yeah. Yep.
God, this truly is the land of frickin' Funko Pop humans.
God, that just making me think like that thing that I got where it's like You know, Arya, that was Cadence at that point, yeah, I was using Cadence. Cadence suddenly snuggles up to you, and I just, it's like, yeah, a God of War suddenly snuggling up to you while is, very wholesome and adorable at the same time. It's just like, they have to be careful, because you don't want
They got that freaking chest horn.
Yeah.
Lots of chest horn, people.
I mean, it's the thing is, when you think about it too, it's a dangerous proposition either way. Like, when it comes to the back, like, it's somewhat more safer because it's rounded in the back, but it's still... There's still a little something there. It's like, which is like, it's cool visually, but at the same time, it's a hazard. It's like, at least Lucario, you can spoon with Lucario, and you don't have to worry about his chest spike.
You gotta be careful all about his hand spike.
True. I mean, at least you can kind of have your fingers go around them. Ooh, Route 215. Which I believe is new. Yes.
You know, I hope someday they give us a, there needs to be a third evolution for Curlia. And it needs to be a fairy fighting type. So that way we have fairy psychic fighting, fairy fighting. And I could imagine that the fairy fighting version actually keeps the ballerina aesthetic from Curlia a lot more.
Come on, let's get a random encounter.
You know what? I might have to commission that a third evolution.
It's an Abra! I mean, I already got frickin' Gardevoir, but still.
Yeah, I guess it'd be an Abra.
Alright, Duskball's got the best chance.
You know,
No.
Darkball, then.
Holy shit, it actually worked.
It did?
Yeah.
I would just call him Brock.
I don't know, man. He did the opposite of a bruh moment by just getting captured.
Okay, then I guess he's a Chad. Well, I forget, are Chads good or bad?
I mean, I think they've kind of gotten better over time, but let's see. You know what? Because I'm not sure I'll have a better chance to use them, I'm just gonna go with something else for now. If nothing else, it'll be ironic later.
Little Zam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zim, someone Zim. Shazam!
That loot's gonna slip through your fingers, mate.
What?
He said, I'm a treasure hunter, and today's loot is going to be a victory from you. Or a victory over you. He says his loot is going to be a victory over you.
Not from you. Got it.
Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, no, that's a loot roll he's gonna fail. We've lost sound.
Hello?
Oh. Okay. Everything was quiet for a bit there.
We were silently judging you. See, alright, Sheldon is sturdy.
Oh yeah. So a recent fossil discovery shows that there may have actually been a dinosaur in that sort of same sort of family as Triceratops, but yeah, I think it was the Triceratops family. Oh no, the Ankle. It might have also been similar to the ankylosaurs or whatever, but yeah, its tail was broad and sort of shaped enough to be kind of a blade, so it basically had a sword tail.
Freaking neat.
I can dig it.
Which yeah, there is a monster in Monster Hunter called Glavenus, which is basically a T-Rex with a sword for a tail.
Awesome.
It sharpens its tail with its teeth, and if it does it fast enough, it actually sets its tail on fire briefly.
Wow.
Fuck here, right?
Oh, that's the thing. Like the team behind Monster Hunter do like to strive to actually try and make the monsters actually seem plausible, at least within their setting. So they like to make sure that like all their movements are realistic.
Which is cool to try to kind of aim for a sense of verisimilitude.
And yeah, it's why Naga Cougar is one of my favorite as well. Because they definitely got that sort of panther aesthetic. And I love panthers. Yeah.
And now I'm just imagining a thing for like a Pokemon game, either like a campaign or you know whatever. Just being a thing of like you have a place where every like major task for a place is being handled by a single Bidoof. Yeah, he's pulling the boat, cutting down the lumber. He's pulling the stuff up the waterfall.
Now you just have me thinking of a Bidoof in Nurse Joy outfit. There's a fan ROM called Pokemon Bidoof version, which changes every single Pokemon to. It's like they're still like their actual normal selves. It's just like they're Bidoofs with some features of what they are supposed to be.
In other words, the same vein as mowing on.
Yeah.
Except no one is ever gonna raise an eyebrow if you play the Bidoof version.
It's the frickin' oops, all Bidoof.
Yeah.
Come on, Brim Raisers. Anyway, have you ever had cosmic brownie?
That sounds like another name for a weed brownie.
I think I've had that, like, it's like a little Debbie thing, right?
Have you ever held one? Dense as fuck. Like, they're small, but they're actually pretty dense.
I mean, I'd say, though, they're not really the best. Like, they're okay, but they're very clearly a mass-produced thing.
I'm just saying.
That doesn't sound good for a brownie to be dense. They gotta be soft.
Well, they are. It's just that they're small. They're not like any of them would. I'd like to get them, but yeah, I mean, that's a piece of good homemade brownie.
And again, I am one of those people that like the edge of brownies.
I used to not like them until I realized that is where all of the flavor is concentrated.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that made me realize, there's something genius to, like, how there's the, you can get those custom pans that are designed to, they kind of sidewind throughout to kind of make it so that all the pieces are edge pieces.
Mm.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, fist blade. Two beings of time and space set free from the original one. What about Giratina? We don't talk about Giratina.
So apparently, despite this being more of a faithful remake than people wanted, apparently Origin form Giratina is in this.
I mean, I would have hoped so, considering, like, there is some platinum content.
Yeah.
I believe.
I think we should go. Okay, we're gonna basically combine the best of both worlds. Kind of like how Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire did stuff from Emerald. Except the freaking Battle Frontier. Like, what the hell?
Battle Frontier wasn't anything special, really.
I do think it would have been nice if they included some more of, like, the event stuff that was packed into Gen 3, but I get it. They kind of want to have event Pokemon just be a thing they pass around.
Yeah,
'Cause, like...
it's...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say it's so rare that we get stuff like the Celebi event from Heart Gold and Soul Silver now.
Yeah. And it's like, and I remember in Gen 3 there's stuff where like, oh, to get Deoxys you went to the Triangle Island, or there's this mysterious thing that was planned out for Mew where you could go to an island and get that thing. And I'm glad that they at least had the Eon ticket be a thing where you went to a place and ran into the other Lottie.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially for me, the thing that I thought was just the coolest was the idea of like you blow the flute at the top of Mount Coronet and you got that origin dimension where Arceus was in, because like that just is such a freaking, like, I would see hacks of it in videos and it's like, wow, that is such a cool thing. It feels like such a shame they decided to not do it.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I've heard. I haven't heard if they've actually done that in this or not. Yeah, freaking. I think what really like. It's one of the reasons why I love Sword and Shield, especially with the DLC, because the whole hunting down the legendaries actually feels special.
Yeah. And just the whole thing with frickin' Calyrex, just taking the time to slow down and enjoy the company of a legendary. I mean, Calyrex was kind of an asshole, but at the same time, like, being able to just have that moment to, like, go on those adventures and figure out what his deal is was really cool.
Yeah. It's like, I wanted something like that from Mars Shadow, but not Mars Shadow never got it. Bloody Zeraora didn't get it. I mean, it's like, okay, Zeraora at least got a few episodes in the anime that didn't exactly explain much about Zeraora, but instead it was just like, oh look, Ash goes to an alternate dimension, parallel world of his world, where there is a guy with Zeraora that is like the last survivor of a Lola fighting off Guzzlord.
Also, for at least the context of the games, can I get F's in the chat for Zygarde getting sidelined? It's like, he didn't get a third version. He kinda got a little attention in Sun and Moon, but it felt like just the most, okay, yeah, you can go and collect cells and you get a Zygarde, yay.
Yeah, you get his doggo form.
Yeah. I mean, you could get all the way up to Hyundai if you were really patient with trying to find stuff, but it's like, man, it felt like they were really building him up to be something cool, but nah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Maybe 20 years from now, and they get around to doing an X and Y remake.
Maybe. Ugh. And we just gotta wait for 2 more generations of Nintendo hardware.
You're a time wizard, dude.
What?
Andrew, you're a time wizard. It's 2 hours.
Oh yeah. I think we're almost at Veilstone.
I feel like you should open up one of the pull building a baby dragon. And by the end, it becomes 1,000 dragons. Actually, did you know that there's actually a refrain? I don't remember what it's called. They have like a
No.
yeah, they actually did a lot of refrains. And some cards use purposes to reference older stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, 100 dragons.
You know, that's one of the things though. It's like Joey had the most insane luck. I think Time Wizard's effect only backfired him on him once. Yeah. I mean, okay, technically 3 times if you count the fact that Yugi basically set him up for that frickin' it's like, yeah, this card, you know, it will make your baby dragon Thousand Dragon, and then when I get around to battling you, it'll make my Dark Magician.
God, now I'm just thinking of it being the case of with the Pharaoh and Joey. Listen, Joey, I'm going to unleash your hidden potential. I'm going to reach deep inside your essence and activate it. I need an adult? I am an adult!
Okay, actually, there'll be, if you're not counting that with Thanatos Gambit, 3 times. The first time was against Bones. No, it was only 2 times. First time was against Bones. The second time was actually Yu-Gi-Oh! R, where it actually was about to backfire on him, but then he used a card called Probability Change that basically gave him a reroll, but it wouldn't trigger, you know, again.
That basically means it didn't backfire on him because that was.
Wait, no, I'm misremembering. It was Roulette Spider. In fact, yeah, I don't think Time Winner actually ever did backfire outside of that one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say goodnight for now for the stream. And thank you again, dudes, for hanging out and being cool.
No.
Excuse me. I got some more businesses to take over in Skyrim. I will become the Glander Baron. I'm going to have a Scrooge McDuckian vault of at least 1 million septa.
Fair enough.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Pizza.